Welcome to A Double
and
Dice
with your host Kim.
and Jocelyn.
Pour your favorite beverage,
Pull up a comfy chair.
because we are ready to roll.
Episode 51 is in its raw form, and the opinions of Kim do not represent the opinions of dmNorth.
Welcome to episode 51 of A Double and Dice. And today, I know Jocelyn's excited.
I am. I'm so excited.
We'll get to why maybe I'm not excited, but today we're going to go over what at the time of this recording, I guess, the mystery op kit unboxing reveal of is it Dark Phoenix, right? I guess
Yep.
it's Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix Saga.
Spoiler cards that just got live or finished now from DM Armada.
Yeah, we are
So-
hot off the press here. We just finished watching the video, and right before we were watching it, I was like, "Oh, Kim, I'm tired. I don't know if I can record tonight."
I was tired too. I'm tired too.
And then I got away from that unboxing video. I'm like, ah!
Yeah, now she's all pumped, like she has sugar in her body or something.
Yeah,
Now
I'm
she
totally
won't
not
sleep
going to
tonight.
sleep now. I haven't slept for days, but that's okay.
She was so ready for this this video.
No, that was completely unrelated. but yes, that's exactly what happened. So yeah, so we are hot off the press, DM Armada, and everyone's favorite WizKids product manager, Jimmy, just unboxed or just unenveloped, I guess.
Yeah. Opened.
The Dark Phoenix Saga OP kit, which is coming out approximately February 26th, based on the current solicit dates, which were just updated, fresh, hot off the presses. That is a week after the set is due to drop in North America. And Jimmy talked about that on stream, that this was something that they had decided to do very late in the process and had prioritized and got this through the creation process in the hopes of getting it out at close to the same time as the set, and they are going to be approximately a week apart, which is not bad.
Didn't they say 26th? Because on the Sislet site it says
23rd.
23rd. Yeah.
They said 23rd.
16th for the release of
Yeah.
Dark Phoenix, and then the 23rd of the op kit.
So these are prizes that your store can order for in-store drafting. It's to support your in-store draft. Now, they did mention that, of course, there are stores in certain areas that can't draft right now because of, the big bad C in the pandemic times, and that they would support, stores running online events if they wanted to run online events, online drafts, or online events to get these cards in people's hands. So that's pretty cool. So these are available for order from your store's distributor. Your store can order them for the support of drafting, and that is really exciting.
Mm-hmm. Except I don't want to draft these. I just want them in my hands, right?
I want all of them, but I'll draft for them. So Kim,
Yes.
what did he open? What did Steven open?
What do you mean, what did he open? He opened op cards.
Yeah, but what's exciting about them? Oh, I guess I'm asking the wrong person.
Yes. And I'm sure a lot of our listeners are going to hate me by the end of this podcast.
No one's gonna hate you, Kim.
Okay,
for
they won't
your
hate me.
opinion.
I'll be the only one who probably has this, I don't know. What is it? This, I don't know.
Opinion.
Opinion.
Feeling?
There you go. Opinion. But I mean, it's going to be hard to talk about them because you can't see them.
But you can go over to DM Armada's YouTube channel and watch the video, and we'll link that in the show notes, right, Kim?
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
So what is contained in this OP kit are primarily alt art cards from the set Dark Phoenix Saga, right?
Yes.
Now, but these are not alt arts like anything you've ever seen before.
No, they're quite different looking than your regular Dice Masters card.
And this is why I think, Kim, that you're not a big fan.
Yes. And we'll get into why.
So tell us why.
Well, my perspective, and I was telling Jocelyn this before, when I look at these cards, I look at them from an art perspective. I can't look at them like in a card, you know what I mean, with text on it or anything like that. They're very nice art. Don't get me wrong.
The art is gorgeous.
The art is great. I mean, if
Stunning.
some of these were probably foil, would have probably been much better. None of these are foil, by the way.
That's okay.
But I find some of them, not all of them, some of them are, they almost look like it's a comic book cover.
Right.
Okay, put them in perspective for people. But my first reaction was they remind me of King of Tokyo cards. If you ever seen King of Tokyo, play King of Tokyo board game, it's that kind of style on the card. But I find there's too much going on in it.
On some of them.
Yes, on some of them. It just loses me. I see the art, but the text is here and this is over here and the cost is here, but where's the energy cost? They're like, what are that? And they're like, I thought they were trying to put too much into a card on some of these. Not all of them, on some of them.
So basically what they've done is they've turned the Dice Masters card on its head for this OP kit. It doesn't look like a traditional Dice Masters card. It doesn't look like a full art basic action card.
No.
It doesn't look like an alternate art card that you've seen before. So if we think about, what was the big one in 2019 was Boom Boom, right? So if you've ever seen the Boom Boom alt art, it still looks like a Dice Masters card. It's just different art on the card.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the same look, feel, style, all of those types of things. The cost is in the top left corner. The text is at the bottom, right above the pictures of the dice. Like all of that sort of stuff. It's all there. It says max 4 right above the little text box. Like it looks like a regular card. These cards don't look like regular cards.
No.
Right? In fact, I think the only one that does, Kim, is Powerbolt, and I think that's why you like that one the best.
No, that one's the. Oh yeah, well the thing is at the top left. You're right. The cost is at the top left. It says Powerbolt right in the middle. The text is there. You can read it very clearly.
Yep.
And it's a basic action card.
Yep. So in the kit there are 1, 2, 3, 4 basic actions, one of which comes in 2 styles. Okay, so we just talked about Powerbolt. So Powerbolt, we know was in the set. We know it has a full art basic action version that's available. You can check all these spoilers out. Not these ones, they're not there yet, but the previous spoilers over at BritRoller6.com in the unreleased set spoilers page. So Powerbolt, and Powerbolt says, what does it say, Kim? Deal 2 damage
to target character, die, or player.
Yeah, so that's all it is. It's a 3 cost. It's super cool. Is that like a Cyclops?
That is a Cyclops.
Awesome. So it's a Cyclops on the card. And what did they call it on the stream? They called it like pop out or force break. I don't remember.
Break frame? No, break.
Frame break.
Frame break or something like that.
Yeah, frame break art. So yeah, so they're definitely very different. And I mean, like we said, talking about art on a podcast is hard. But head over to DM Robota's stream to check out the cards. So Powerbolt is one. Mm-hmm. Now the next one that we saw was called Mutant Armor, and what was interesting about this is Jimmy says on the stream, oh, this is organic steel, but it's got a different name. We figured it wasn't too broken and you could put 2 of them on your team. And everyone on the stream was like, organic steel, what are you talking about? So organic steel is a basic action card from the Dark Phoenix set that they haven't actually released yet. So Mutant Armor is the same card with a different name, which means you could play 2 of them on your team if you wanted. Mm-hmm. And it has some text it's very focused on X-Men theme teams. This one's a little harder to read because of the way it's been set up, especially with the screen grab we got. But it's preventing up to 2 damage to target.
Yeah, prevent up to 2 damage to character die, and then move that die to your use pile. Then the last part is, I have no idea what that's something about an active X-Men character gain a life.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
And it's a continuous die.
Yeah. So it's very different looking. It's hard to see on this particular one and on some of them where the cost is because it's kind of hidden in the background art. Mm-hmm. But again, knowing that it's the same as this other card that's going to be in your hands, that'll help you out and things will go from there. Then we got a basic action that we had not seen as well, and this one is called Explosion. And I think in the chat someone said that this is another one that's been spoiled in the set, but this one's got a different name.
A basic action?
Yeah. So you read
deal
this one,
2
Kim, and I'm
damage.
gonna look.
Okay. So this one is Explosion. If I can read this. Deal 2 damage to each player character die, which we think there's a missing word in there.
Mm-hmm.
You may also spend any number of bolt energy, I think that says. For each that you do, you may deal damage to target character die. Deal 1 additional damage to each player and character die. Something explosion deals 2 damage to.
Yeah, and that's a double burst effect. So again, we're kind of working off these screen grabs, which we got while we were watching the stream, and they're not perfect, so bear with us. I can't find the other basic action, but someone in the chat was saying that they thought that this was the same as something else. So
So just an alt art to that art?
Possibly. It could be similar to mutant armor, where it's different. Okay? So you've got 1 power bolt, you've got 1 mutant armor, you've got 1 explosion. And then the other basic action card is the one that I'm the most excited about, so I think we're going to wait and talk about that at the end. What do you say, Kim?
All right.
Okay. So let's talk about Magneto.
Yes, it was 4 dropped of Magneto.
Yeah, so we had 4 Magnetos spoiled already. All 4 rarities. Common, uncommon, rare, super rare. All of them are currently available on the BritRoller6.com blog. And what did we find out when we were looking at this, Kim?
That the super rare is part of the op card.
That's right. Yep. So all 4 rarities of the Magneto are available in the alt art kit for the OP kit. They all have the same art. So the Magneto art is the same. And it was actually interesting because at the beginning of the stream, Jimmy said, your kit has 1 of everything. It won't have duplicates. And Steven started turning them over, and then we realized that they were different because we thought because the art was the same, they were the same, but they're not. So you have Visionary, Master of Magnetism, Founder of the Brotherhood, and Idealist. All 4 rarities are there, and they have a different art on them. This is one, Kim, that I think you feel is quite busy.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that's it's just like the art is busy enough just based on what's going on in the picture, and then you try to put on like the text and the cost, and we still can't find what the energy type is in this.
But again, we don't have it in our hand, so if we have it in our hand, it might be easier to read.
Yeah, but I don't see it anywhere just by looking at the card. The cost is clearly written there. The text
5.
is clearly written there. Yeah. But yeah, we don't know what the if you didn't know, you wouldn't know what the energy type is if you didn't play Magneto card before or anything like that.
Magneto is a mask in this set, so it's a mask character, but it's hard to tell from these screen grabs where you can identify that on the card. But we'll see once we get them in our hands. It might be easier than we think.
Yeah. Who knows?
So, yeah.
Who knows? So that's all the rarities of the Magneto. And if you're wondering, how all the rarities have the stripe, there is no such thing in any of these cards. there's no gray or green or yellow or red stripe you're going to try to find in these. So
based on what we can see from the pictures.
Yeah.
Right? Again, there may be something different when we have them in our hands. It's easier to read. Who knows?
Yeah.
But ultimately, all of these are essentially chase cards, Kim. They're like ultra super rares. Like, what were those ones? The purple stripes, old school?
I don't even know a purple stripe.
Yeah, like I have one. I'm actually sending it to Matt in a trade. It's a zombie gladiator. It's a full art zombie gladiator from Age of Ultron. I pulled it in a pack. I had no idea it was special, but apparently it's like an ultra super rare. So
I just did notice something on Menita though. There does show the affiliation. Can you find it? I feel like it's like finding Waldo, to be honest with you. Like,
Well,
can you find the energy type? Can you find it has an affiliation? And it does. And I just found it.
well, it's new, Kim.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I'm being the complainer. I'm going to be the one who's going to
Yeah, I see it.
the opposite to it.
Yeah, I see the affiliation there.
Yeah. So it's to me just all over the place. It's all over the place. They're trying to do too many things in one card.
I understand your perspective, and I appreciate you for it.
Jocelyn totally disagrees with me.
I have a different opinion, but that doesn't mean I disagree with you.
Yeah, I know. This is, as I said, this is gonna be I'm gonna be the Downy. What's that saying?
Debbie Downer.
Debbie Downer. Yep.
So then we saw Kitty Pryde.
Yes.
And up until this point, how many versions of Kitty Pryde did we know about, Kim?
2, the uncommon and the rare.
Yeah. Now how many do we know about?
4.
Right.
The common, the rare, the uncommon, the rare, and the super rare as well.
That's right. So we previously knew about
Headmistress, which was an uncommon.
Yes.
Just passing through was the rare.
And now we have 2 other ones.
Yep. Which I don't know which is which. So we have Rite of Passage, which is an awaken ability to prep a die from your bag.
Yep. And then we have Experienced Leader, which says when Kitty Pryde is active, each of your active X-Men affiliated character dice gain +1A and +1D. I'm going to say that one's probably
That's my guess
rare.
too.
Yeah.
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 Just based on the text.
Yeah. I really like this card. The art on this card is super cool because it's Kitty Pryde and it makes it look like she's phasing through the paper, right? Because that's like her ability, right? She phases through stuff. That's why every time in HeroClix she has phasing teleport.
Right.
She can just like
I don't know.
She can just like move through anything, like walls or blocking terrain or people. It doesn't matter. She just like moves through them.
Now, my only okay, now I'm gonna go my negative on this card. If I had a hard time reading old Dice Master cards, so the text on here is handwritten text.
Yep.
So my only thing was people have hard time reading it. Oh, some people can't even a hard time reading the ones now, right? Just the colors and stuff like that. I mean, this is clearly written black, but just because it's handwritten, right?
Yeah.
So.
It's different. It's definitely different.
They're just trying to fit the theme of the card.
Yeah, for sure. Then there's another basic action card that we forgot about because I didn't scroll far enough in the sheet, Kim.
No, we didn't. Which one?
Focus.
Oh, right. That was a basic action card?
Yeah, Focus is a basic action card. So Focus has
right.
this super cool Doctor Strange art on it. And we've seen Focus before. This one, Kim, do you feel better about this one, Kim? It looks a little bit more traditionally Dice Masters-y.
Well, it's written to understand. Like Powerbolt is written to understand. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not all over the place.
It's just
which you'll see when we get to the 2 you want to look for last.
Okay.
That you want to talk about last.
So Focus says spin target character die up or down 1 level, and on a double burst you spin all character dice up or down 1 level. And then it has a global pay 1, spin target character die you control down 1 level. So that's really good for when you're playing an Awaken team, right? Because one of the Kitty Prydes has Awaken. So
yeah, this one's a cool art.
It is a cool art. It was Rob's favorite.
Yeah.
So it's got kind of that like pulp magazine feel to it. Old school pulpy magazine.
Okay. At first I'm like, is this a Oku? Because it's hard to see the top of the S, but it's Focus. I wouldn't have known unless they said it, or I'm looking at it. But again, this is from screenshots, right? Not in hands. So.
Yeah, screenshots on a tiny computer screen. So when they did get in focus, when Steven was holding them up to the camera, they looked really good. But he was holding them up to the camera, which means they were moving and it was hard to screen grab them. So, all right. So this is the part that I am the most excited about. So there was recently a comic event about the Hellfire Gala. Did you hear about this, Kim?
I did not.
Okay. It was massive in the comic book world. they were doing all these covers, and everyone was wearing their outfit that they were wearing to the gala. It was like this huge like combination like fashion print comic book thing going on. I don't know what the storyline was about.
Okay.
But I remember hearing about this and seeing all the costumes and all that sort of stuff. It was super cool. So this basic action card is called Hellfire Gala. It's exactly the same for both of them, but it has two different arts, right? So one has Jean Grey, and who was the other one? I don't remember.
Captain Britain.
Captain Britain. Thank you, Kim. It is a 6-cost basic action card. It says roll 2 dice from your bag. Okay. It says each player fields 3 sidekick dice from their use pile. Okay. Then it has alternate win condition. If there are 16 or more dice in the field zone, win the game. Win the game!
That means both field zones, yourselves and your opponents.
Exactly, combined.
Yeah.
So, if you roll this die on an action phase and there happens to be 16 dice active in the field zone, that's characters, sidekicks, continuous die, because it doesn't say character dice. It just says 16 or more dice in the field zone, right? So if you have a continuous action die, there's a ton of continuous action dies in this set. If you go look at the spoilers, you got a continuous action die sitting there, you got sidekicks, you got characters. If there's 16 between your field zone and your opponent's field zone when you roll this on an action phase, you win the game. Boom!
You know what's gonna happen, right?
What?
Nobody will ever make their field that big.
It's not one person, it's 2 people.
Right, but the other person won't make that happen.
Again, but the thing, it's a basic action. It's a 6 cost.
Yeah, it's pretty high cost, yeah.
But it's available to both of you. So if you have these, right, both of you can buy them. So, how do you make an action cost cheaper? You got Thor Global and Constructed, that makes it 2 less. You could use Yawning Portal if you're fielding characters, right? That makes dice cost less. Hey, there's a thing in this set, Dark Phoenix Saga. Dark Phoenix doesn't Dark Phoenix have a global that would apply for this?
She does, I think. It's the same as the Blue Eye Global, that you pay a bolt and then you sacrifice one of your characters to have another
KO.
No, I thought it was sacrifice.
No, they put back to KO.
So,
to clarify, many moons ago in the Yu-Gi-Oh set, there was a super rare Blue Eyes White Dragon that had a global on it.
Yeah.
And then they took that global and did what I would call rebalancing it in the WWE set. And it's on the Rock in that set. And then now they've reprinted the original global on Dark Phoenix. And it says, pay a bolt and KO one of your character dice. The next die you purchase this turn costs 2 less, to a minimum of 1. So if you can pay a bolt to KO something, then your Hellfire Club becomes a 4 cost. And then if you pay a Thor Global, then you reduce it again, it becomes a 2 cost. I mean, you've paid 2 bolts plus 2 energy to do that, right? But that's still 4 instead of 6.
Yeah.
Right?
So
there's ways for cheaper if you plan it. You can plan for it. So yeah, I think it's super cool. I like the idea of an alternate win condition. They've been teasing this for a while. We've heard Jimmy talk about it on previous podcasts. And it's just like, it's like super cool. It's like, here's a way for you to win if everything has gone crazy and there's too many dice in the field zone, right? If you're a new player, we've talked about this before, Kim, when you first started playing, it's like, oh, I have a wall of characters and you have a wall of characters and we're never going to win this game.
Now you can.
Right? Now you can, because all you have to do is buy a 6-cost Hellfire Gala. Right? Hellfire Gala? Yeah. So these really look like magazine covers. That's what you were referring to.
Yeah, fashion magazines.
Yeah, but they are designed to look that way because they're designed to mimic the comic book covers that were part of this run.
Yeah.
So that is like, I'm excited for alternate win condition. How often is it going to happen? I don't know. We just have a card that said field 3 sidekicks? Each player fields 3 sidekicks?
From their used pile.
So
Yeah.
they field them. They field them, you field them, you already got 6, now you only need 10 more.
And then I'll attack with them.
I'm serious.
I want to see you. Here's your challenge. I want to see you make this happen.
Done. Challenge accepted.
Because me as the opponent will not let you have that.
Well, I'm not going to tell you when I'm bringing this team. And you know what team you're going to be playing, Kim?
When I bring this?
No, when
You
I bring
this?
it.
What team is that?
Orbital Strike. You know what team
When I
you're
have
gonna be
nothing.
playing, Kim?
When I have nothing in the field after I roll my orbital strike.
No, it'll be before that. It will be when you're playing your team up team.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, lots of characters in the field in that
I just
team,
have to beat
Kim.
you to it. That's all.
Not happening. I am going to make this happen.
All right.
I want this to happen. I am so excited. Can you tell how
there might
excited
be
I am?
like a little bit. I think he said there was also some other win cons out there too that might pop up.
Yeah,
Maybe
Jimmy-
in Kryptonite or something like
Yeah.
that. Who knows?
Well, Jimmy said this is the first alternate win condition we're going to see this year, but not the only.
Yeah.
So we may see something else. I would imagine, I know they're still working on that Fantastic Four versus Galactus set. And I know they've said that the solo rules aren't quite working out, but maybe there'll be an alternate win condition in that set. So, anyway, I'm really excited. So excited. I'm never going to be able to sleep again. Never going to be able to sleep
You're
again.
funny.
And this isn't even going to get here for like a month.
Another month.
Best
If
case,
we
best
don't
case
know.
scenario.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Who knows? Who
who
knows what's going to happen in this world of ours?
I don't know, man. But I am excited for Dark Phoenix. I am excited for a release date on the solicits. Even if it gets adjusted, at least we're still closer. I'm excited for this OP kit. I think it's super cool that they turned the art on its head. I really do. I understand what you're saying, Kim, that it doesn't feel like Dice Masters, but I think that's the point.
Yeah. Maybe because I'm old school too. I don't know. Maybe if this was DC, maybe it might be a little different.
Okay, here we are. Okay, let's fast forward 8 weeks, or I guess 12 weeks because we don't have the set yet.
Yeah, and they came out
And
with a
they come out
Kryptonite
with the
kit.
Kryptonite Crisis kit that looks very similar to this one.
Ah.
And what's Kim gonna say? This is the best kit ever. I'm so excited.
We'll have to see
I
what the
can't
art
wait.
looks like. We'll have to see what the art looks like.
You'll be used to
I'm a
these
stickler
cards
for
by
the art.
then.
Yeah,
You'll
I'm
be
a
used to
stickler.
these cards by then.
If
and
I
you'll be
have
like,
them. So, but we'll see.
We're gonna find them.
Yeah, my biggest thing too is like I like to play the promo cards, right? The upkeep
Yeah.
cards and stuff like that. I want them out there in my sleeve and playing them.
Bling out your
Um,
game.
Yeah. So I will. For me, it is just getting used to because we don't see this on the card, but it could be there. We're just blind, or we just have to have it in hand. But like I have to not memorize, but I gotta know what the energy type is or whatever, right? Or
I mean, I
stuff
felt
like
that
that.
way when they first spoiled the full art basic action cards.
yeah, but they're basic action cards. Those are like given. They're just one generic 2 energy on a die.
Right,
like
but,
you don't
but
need to
there's
know.
no text. So if you don't know what the text
Oh,
of the card
yeah.
is, and there's no global text, if there's a global on there, you might forget that a global exists, right?
Yep.
So I get what you're saying. It's different. Those cards are gorgeous, the full arts, right? These cards are gorgeous in the way they've put them together, right?
I wish they made one foil though. I wish
Yeah,
they
well,
made one foil.
Maybe they're saving the foil, Kim, for the Kryptonite Crisis.
How cool would the Doctor Strange look in a foil?
Well, remember how they said they had to really push these along in the process
Yeah,
and do them
maybe.
faster? I think foiling takes longer.
Probably.
Spoiler alert, it probably takes longer. Because I know the other thing that WizKids does with their foiled cards is that they don't just like foil them flat. They actually try to foil them in a way that highlights the art. So it's a more complex process than just putting a foil treatment on the top of a card.
Mm-hmm.
So that would definitely slow it down. So I could see why. But I bet you, Kim, that at some point there will be foil versions of some of these cards.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm going to provide an alternate perspective. What super rares only come in foils, right?
Right.
But not in this set. Because you've got 2 super rares in this OP kit, the Magneto and the Kitty Pryde, that will not be foils because they're this different art. And if you do have trouble reading the cards with foils, then maybe you would have better luck reading the cards without foils, even though the cards are different.
Yeah.
See? Finding positive things, Kim.
This is me going for art school for 5 years and get it ingrained in my head about looking at art and critiquing it. And I blame my high school art teacher for this.
There is nothing wrong with critiquing art.
No.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And again, I get it. They don't look like traditional Dice Masters cards, but that's why I love them. That's literally why I love them.
I'm starting to like the Magneto more because, again, of King of Tokyo being my #1 favorite board game ever. That just the text on it looks like I could throw it into my board game and nobody would know.
Like, I feel like if this set had come out and they'd opened this up and they were just regular alt arts, I still would have been excited. But I'm more excited because this is different. They've tried something different. They're doing something creative. They're showing that they understand there's value in doing something different. They're not trying to do the same old, same old.
Yeah.
So maybe this will draw new players in. Maybe new players will be interested in these cards because they're different and they look like King of Tokyo cards. I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe people didn't like how they looked before. Who knows?
I heard like every collectible card game that was going to kill Dice Masters is dead now, so maybe those players will come play Dice Masters.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? Because, you know, Transformers TCG was supposed to kill Dice Masters, and Keyforge was supposed to kill Dice Masters, and what Star Wars Destiny was supposed to kill Dice Masters.
There's so many out there. Pokemon probably kills Dice Masters. I don't know.
Pokemon and Magic are their thing. But, you know, so many things have come and gone, and they have not had the staying power, right? The companies have abandoned them. But WizKids has not abandoned Dice Masters. I know many people thought they did because of how long it's been for this set. But here we are. We made it. It's coming. There's a date-ish. Oh, I'm so excited.
A date-ish.
Yeah. A date-ish. I mean, I personally... Now people are going to get mad at me, Kim.
Why? What are you going to say?
I personally would be okay if the set was marginally delayed because it's supposed to come out the same day as the next HeroClix set. So HeroClix War of the Realms is due out on February 16th.
Oh, you're totally getting HeroClix first.
No, I'm buying them both at the same time.
Oh, no, I mean, like, this will get delayed. You'll get HeroClix first.
I don't think so.
But you probably don't have much HeroClix Dice Masters players, though.
Me, I am the target market.
Yeah, I know, but percentage-wise, it's probably 10%.
Yeah, when Dice Masters came out, a lot of the HeroClix players that I play with, when we get to play in person, they all played Dice Masters. They all tried it, but they just stuck with HeroClix. That's the thing. Some people only stick with one type of game, right? And that's fine if that's what you like. I like to change it up. I like having different things. And HeroClix does something different to my brain than what Dice Masters does. I have to use different parts of my brain muscles.
Just out of curiosity, who are the characters in Explosion? Because I don't know who those people are.
I don't know.
Do you know? I have no idea.
Kim, I don't really read comics.
Neither do I. So somebody will have to tell us who those two people are.
I mean, Rob might know.
Even who's in the mutant armor one? Who's that supposed to be?
I don't know.
Yeah, Moira? She's an X-Men of so... Is that how Moira looks?
I don't know.
Did we just do a Moira card? Oh. Wait, I'm going to Moira right now in the spoilers thing. But I can't spell, so M-O-I. There we go. That does not look like Moira.
I don't know.
I have no idea who that is. So, fans out there, we need to know who these people are. I'm sure someone will tell us.
It's not Kitty Pryde.
No. That person looks very new to me. And it doesn't, like I don't know what's behind her. A robot? Or
Juggernaut?
A machine of some sort? Yeah, I actually do not know who that character is. I mean, like, you know, some of the art kind of tells you what they do if you didn't know. You know what I mean? That one I can't pick up. But I'm sure our fans will tell us this, our listeners. So,
Yeah, someone will tell us.
the comic book folks out there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I don't know who the characters are in Explosion, and I don't know who the character is on Mutant Armor, and let's just put it this way, I don't know a lot of things. But what I do know is that I am excited for this set. So excited. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Yeah, so that's...
She's about to lose control. And I'm not sure if I
think
like
like
this.
Are we gonna get like
too bad,
copyright
you know-
slapped for that?
I don't think so.
I hope not, because I do not sing well.
No,
But that's how excited I am, and I'm a little giddy because I'm super overtired. So
probably me too.
yeah. So what else do we have to say about this, Kim?
I think that's it. I think maybe, and I'll let everybody know if I ever get these in hands, if my opinion changes. Right? Seeing them in person to seeing them on a screenshot. So, but I am not excited as Jocelyn, but
I mean,
everybody knew I wasn't very excited for the set, anyways.
Is anyone as excited as I am right now? Because I'm not sure.
The chat looked like there were a lot of excitement going on. So
There was a lot of excitement going on.
yes. Yep.
Well, that was what we just wanted to talk about today.
Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna open the dice bag, Kim.
We are gonna open that dice bag.
All right. Well, before we open the dice bag, I'm going to open the ear listening devices because did you hear, Kim, that Roland Thunder's back?
Yes, they dropped an episode this week.
They did, with an apostrophe but no G. And Arjun Lucan dropped their first episode of 2022, which was their Hall of Fame episode. They inducted 2 people into the Hall of Fame, and I would strongly recommend that you head over to your favorite podcast device listening thing. I am so tired.
Service.
That's what I was like. Yeah, wherever you download your podcast, and listen to this episode. It was a really great episode. Their first guest, I'm going to spoil it, is the ever popular Paul Kushner, also known as PK online, who has been sort of semi-retired from Dice Masters, but used to be very involved in. He spent some time as a volunteer helping with the WizKids rulebook, and he's sort of well known within the community, or people that have been in the community for a certain length of time, as sort of like the ultimate in rules interpretation, right? So people could be, on the Discord or on the Facebook and going at each other over a rules interpretation, and then PK would just wade in gently and then give his opinion, and then everybody would just kind of dissipate. And they'd all agree with PK. Because he just has such a great way of phrasing things. He has so much knowledge of the rules of Dice Masters, so much knowledge of the different types of interactions, and he can put it out in such a simple and easy to understand way about why it's something that even if you don't agree with him, you can understand his perspective. So they brought PK on. They inducted him into their Hall of Fame, and they gave us a really nice compliment, Kim.
Which was?
They said that our last episode, the one about Moira, was excellent.
Nice.
It might have been the one about Emma though, when we did the spoiler episodes, because the timing might have been different. But anyway, whatever episode it was they were listening to, they said it was excellent. But they did talk about the Moira cards, which is why I think it was the Moira episode.
Oh, okay.
And they talked about the Moira cards with PK. And so it was nice to hear that they appreciated it.
Nice. Thank you, guys.
So yeah, they talked about the 2 cards where we were having some rules conversations. We were talking about when you field her, you re-roll the action die, right? Moira?
Mm-hmm. Where it goes to the use pile or out of play.
That's right. So the way PK interpreted that, he said he could see it going either way, but his gut feeling is that it would go out of play.
Right.
Right?
Hashtag
Because it's happening on the active player's turn. Moira's active and the opponent tries to field a continuous action die. They have to re-roll it, and if it lands on an energy face, then it would go out of play before it goes to the use pile. That was his interpretation. He felt that was the likely interpretation of that. He said he could see it going both ways, but he feels more likely that it would go that way, and that seems reasonable with what we heard from WizKids. I do agree that we need, and we've talked about this, we need some clarity on WizKids needs to clear up the rule that card text supersedes rules text, and the rules text that says if it says it goes to the use pile on your turn, it actually goes out of play. Those two things contradict one another, so they need to clear that up once and for all.
Yeah.
Right?
Until it's written, it should be going to the use pile.
I will respectfully
Until it's
agree to
written.
disagree.
Yeah.
And then the other one they talked about was the rare. They brought that one up as well. And they talked about when fielded, you may send target action die from your opponent's field zone to their use pile. When you and I were talking about that, we were talking about it also potentially going out of play before it goes used. But what we had forgotten, I know I'd forgotten it, is that when I field Moira, you are not the active player. Right?
Right.
So on my turn, if you're the inactive player, you don't have an out of play. You go directly to the use pile.
Yes.
However, if I was running the rare collector from Infinity Gauntlet that says when I awaken him, when I spin him up, I can field a character die with a purchase cost of 3 or less for free. So I could potentially on your turn field a Moira, at which point, if that's the case, then yes, your action die would go out of play.
Use pile.
Nope. Out of play, because I'm fielding a character die on your turn.
Oh, right. Yes.
Right. If I'm using the rare collector to awaken. So yes. So that was an interesting piece, and I thought that was an interesting conversation they had. And that they were talking about Moira, and they were talking about, which is the one that we just talked about. They also talked about another card that I haven't really looked at in the spoilers called Deken that was quite interesting. So anyway, really good episode. And then they had a second guest that they inducted a second guest into the Hall of Fame. So really good episode, and go listen to it, not just because they talked about our podcast, but because Arjun and Luke are awesome. So that is not really a dice bag thing. That's just like a out in the news. All right.
Out in the news.
Here we are. Yeah, the news, the podcast news. All right. So we heard from everyone's fave hero, Donnie.
On YouTube.
Yay. He says, and this is about our last episode, I love the shiny bubblegum.
I don't know what that means.
Well, he's talking about the Ms. Marvel card. So we told everyone on the last episode that they should go check out the art on Ms. Marvel from Infinity Gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
And the foil version of that card has like shiny bubblegum because she's blowing a bubble, like with bubblegum. Yeah. He continues, Ms. Marvel has time to gain the backstory most women have, LOL.
It probably won't happen.
Her character is always fun and cheery. I do enjoy her fielding costs and stats. They are great. I enjoy using the 3-cost one that's blank from Infinity Gauntlet. I wish the one that was a 5-cost that you can't re-roll her was a 4. Then she would be super viable. Because at that point in the game, you are playing too much catch-up just to try and stop something that there may be a better card slot for. I replied to Donnie that I hope that she doesn't need that type of backstory in future.
Yeah, I think she's a clean one. Well, clean is the word, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anything crazy unless something really crazy happens. But
yeah, we heard from Jackalope's fam. He sent me a direct message on Discord, and he said Ms. Marvel's stats are just junk for her cost, except that 3-cost.
Mm-hmm.
Why spend 5 or 6 for her when there's Becky? More than just a global, haha. He said, however, I did have a fun team based on Ms. Marvel Biggest Fan, which reads, when Ms. Marvel attacks, spin all opposing character dice down 1 level. He paired it with Shockwave, which KOs all level 1 characters.
Mm-hmm.
He said the team was full of jank, though, because I used the other Becky that lets you roll a basic action die and use it if it rolls on an action phase. So Ms. Marvel or 2 could attack to spin down their characters and then get lucky with a Becky to KO all of their level 1 characters with the Shockwave. He says I should have used Morph, which is one of his favorites, to guarantee the Shockwave, but the format he was playing in didn't allow for that. So Morph is from the X-Men First Class set, and it has a when attacks ability. When attacks, you can use the burst action face of a card on your team, something like that. So then he also says, why no mention of the inspiring basic action card?
Why would we mention that card?
Well, I tried to figure it out. I went and looked up the text. You know what it says?
Go for it.
Choose one of your character dice in the field zone with the lowest printed A showing. That die has its printed A replaced with the printed A on all levels of the character die in your field zone with the highest purchase cost. You choose if tied. Did you get it yet?
No.
Me either.
All right.
Go look. I'm like, are you replacing her with a sidekick, something like sidekick?
I don't know.
And he's like, no. He's like, look at the art.
Oh, the art.
So the art on Inspiring is Ms. Marvel and Captain Marvel taking a selfie.
Yes. Okay.
So we talked about Ms. Marvel and Captain Marvel being her hero and adopting the Ms. Marvel persona in honor of Captain Marvel. Yeah, that's what I said. I said I rarely look at the art, and then we just had a whole podcast talking about art on cards. So,
well, we look at those art. I can't say that. Oh, on Lois Lane, she's holding a camera, and like I don't know those things.
No, it's like I think we've talked about this before when we were doing our spoiler stream of some cards that we got from WizKids with Matt, and we had to build trivia questions. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, which basic action card has Spider-Man on it? And it was the investigation.
Okay.
With Howard the Duck, because Spider-Man's like in the window or the mirror or something.
Yep, in the window.
I was like, I've never even seen that before. I play that card all the time. Never noticed Spider-Man was on it. So
too funny.
So yeah. So that was Nick. And then we heard from Jordo. So Jordo responded to our suggestion box that we had put out there to say what should we do for our next anniversary episode, because that's coming up. And he says, has anyone suggested a musical episode for the 2-year celebration? People love that stuff.
Did we say no music, no singing?
Well, we did. However, I have had a special request, Kim.
Oh.
It's a specific special request that Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem play our episode.
Get your stuff out there, Jordo.
So I hope Jordo's ready. I hope he's been practicing because he's Dr. Teeth, so he better bring the mayhem.
I'll give you a secret, Matt. We already talked to your people. So it's been approved. So get ready.
Yeah, this isn't our people will talk to your people. Our people have already sorted that out.
Oh, yeah.
So we hope you've practiced, because if not, it's going to be really sad.
Yeah.
So that concludes today's Dice Bag, Kim.
Nice.
Would you like to talk about where you can play Dice Masters online?
Indeedio. I don't know where that came from. So I never said that one. We're too tired for this.
My giddiness has rolled off on you.
Okay. Well, my son got up at like 5:53 a.m. Who gets up
I've been up since 4:30.
And the thing is, you can't go back to sleep with him around. Anyway, so yes, coming up, I'll do tournaments first. BWX Fest 3 is happening on Saturday, January 29th. That is a 1-day online tournament. You can visit their website at breathweaponx.wordpress.com and find all the details there. They're doing the extra large format, which is a very interesting build. So there is an orange band list to that, which is on DM United's website. So make sure to look at that when you're doing your team build.
Which was just updated, Kim.
Yes, to I was very sad. and I see you thumbed up that sadness.
I
was
did.
very sad to see that.
They added Team Up to the ban list.
So, okay, spoiler alert, I did have it on my team.
Of course you did.
Of course I did. I did not want that banned.
You had Orbital Strike on your team too, right?
No.
You get 3 basic actions. Why would you not have them?
I'm saving Orbital Strike for 2 Team Takedown. Spoiler. But no, I was very sad about that. I did have it on my team, but yes, it's just got added to the ban list, so I had to remove it and find something else, which had to shift my team a little bit. So I had to
Team Up is Kim's second favorite basic action.
Yeah. Did I put Orbital Strike ahead of that in one episode?
You did.
I did. Yes, that's right. So yes, that's been added. So make sure that you do go through that list, that you do not have any banned cards on your team, because I think it's a week from this podcast that teams are due. So following the Breath Weapon X, the next tournament coming up would be Team Takedown, which is hosted by dmNorthTV. I was going to say dmNorth.com, but that's our website. But if you go there, you can find all the details on Team Takedown. That's actually starting February 7th. It goes over a few weeks, so you have a week to play your game. It's not a one-day thing. It's all online. But make sure you read through all that, as there has been changes. If you're a vet player who's played in the past Team Takedown, there has been some changes to the rules and all that fun stuff.
But make sure you go to dm-north.com,
yes,
because dmNorth.com is not our website.
No, it's dm-north. Oh my gosh, I don't even know our website. All right, I'm going to bed. dm-north.com, right?
That's right.
Right. Yes. All our details are there. So that's going to follow right after Breath Weapon S. So those are tournaments that are coming up. On a weekly basis, you can play Dice Masters on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, still hosted by
A Double and Dice presents the Weekly Dice Arena.
There you go. So that is on our Twitch channel, dmNorthTV, and that happens at 9 p.m. If you're on the Discord, the Dice Masters Discord online, there is a weekly Dice Arena there that you can see the theme and what's coming up. We will always put that stuff in the show notes for you too, if you would like to join. And then following on Thursdays at 4 p.m. Eastern is Dice Fight with the DM United folks. Again, if you join the Discord, they also have a channel there that you can take a look at the theme and what's coming up for that week.
And they run it through the Discord, so you really need to be part of the Discord
right.
to participate in that one.
Yep. And then next month, which we haven't decided yet, but there will be a Dice Social.
Absolutely, there will.
Yeah, we have not figured out a date yet or that, but look at again on dm-north.com for details on that. As we post an article, we also posted in our Discord, which we'll leave that with you as well, and the Dice Masters Discord. Whew, so many Discords in there.
Yeah, we post everything everywhere.
Yes,
we literally post everything everywhere.
We're
like spam bots.
Yes, exactly. I don't think I missed anything. Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. I think the only thing that we didn't talk about, because we were so excited, was that we had Dice Social in January.
Yes, we did. Just past week, we played a mini 2-team Takedown, which I think everybody enjoyed.
Yeah, it was fun. We had 6 players all together at the beginning. We had some folks drop for various reasons, and we ended up with 4 at the end. But yes. It was a lot of fun. Built 2 mini 2-team Takedown teams, so 4 cards, 10 dice, 1 basic action, and you had 35 minutes to get your 3 games in. And most people got at least 2 games in, so that was pretty good. I think the teams were a smidgen more competitive than we usually would see in a Dice Social. And I think that's simply because people were building with the format plus the time limit in mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed that format. Actually, we only did 10 life for the games, so it was 5 cards, 10 life. It was really cool. So it was a nice little variation. You can find those on our YouTube, right, Kim?
That's right. Them? They are uploaded.
So.
Yep.
So Dice Social is always a lot of fun. It's very new player friendly. We would love to have you come out and play some Dice Masters with us.
So.
Yeah, it's online, so you can play from wherever you are in the world, and it's at 2 p.m. Eastern on a Saturday each month.
Yep.
So, okay, I think that's it. Is that it, Kim?
That's it.
All right, so you can find us, because we would love to hear from you, so please send us feedback. You can send us a email at DiceStation. No, hang on. That's the wrong podcast. I am not currently recording a video with Rob. You can send us an email at tripledpodcast@dm-north.com. You can find us on all of the socials, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, dmNorthTV. We don't have TikTok yet. Matt, get on that one.
Maybe Matt is on it and we just don't know.
Yeah, we don't have TikTok. So you can visit our Twitch, as Kim mentioned, twitch.tv/dmNorthTV. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/dmNorthTV. And if you have not blinged out your game in preparation for Dark Phoenix Saga, please head over to etsy.com/shop/JoceStitch and order yourself a new custom dice bag for those draft events that you will be hopefully attending in person or constructed games that you're playing online. So until next time, on a double on dice.